Dear viewer, please watch this video until the end, as this is very rare information about how Hurrem Sultan was spending her nights in the years from 1527 to 1529. This report is one of the rarest about Hurrem Sultan, as it is coming from one of the lesser-known sources. This is coming from a French book known as the Chroniqueur de la Tour, written by the pen of Western observer, stationed in or reporting on Constantinople during the reign of Suleiman the Magnificent between the years 1527 to 1529. So this is a contemporary source written during the life of Hurrem Sultan and Suleiman the Magnificent, not centuries later. Its focus is diplomatic events, not the internal life of the imperial harem. However, it mentioned a very detailed event including Hurrem Sultan Roxolana and one of her servants named Alana. Dear viewers, you are probably wondering, but how did this French historian know all of this information? A strange matter, isn't it? I myself get confused. In every description they say the Venetian ambassador or the French ambassador or the ambassador of any other country. These ambassadors have something to say about the harem of the sultanas, even though seeing the harem was forbidden, or at least seeing their hair. Yet in some reports they even describe their hair and their beauty, even though it was forbidden. How did they see them? We don't know. There is an Italian traveler who even saw Hurrem Sultan, how she looked, and described her. We invite you to check out the video about Hurrem Sultan looks, where we talked about this if this matter interests you. Also, we have to keep in mind that the servants and the agas who were in the palace used to tell them everything that was happening in the palace, the small things, and the big things with enough bribing. So it is possible that they imagined it from what people said and from the agas in the palace, but the French writer here is telling a story as if he saw it like a series in front of him, in detail. He said the following: "We have used a literal word-to-word translation from French to English. Hurrem was preparing to go spend the night with Suleiman. She took a perfumed bath for a long moment. Her breasts brushed the surface of the water, and the contrast of temperature hardened the tip. She let her mind wander to multiple pleasant thoughts, taking advantage of the calm and the silence. After a day during which she had been disturbed by the noises of the construction site of the Adalet Kulesi. Once out of the bath, she had herself dressed by her chambermaid Alana. Then the latter began to style her red hair. Alana had kept a cruel memory of her stay in the dungeon after her altercation with the Sultan's former favorite, Mahidevran. In the half-darkness and the humidity, she had reminded herself that despite the fact that she occupied the enviable position of chambermaid to the current favorite of the Sultan, she was still a slave far from her native Italy. She had once been sold at a market in Cairo, and she knew the price one was ready to pay for her as if she were an object that could not be forgotten, as if the price had remained tattooed on her face. Dear viewers, the age of concubinage was extremely cruel. Taking concubines away from their native countries and their families caused a lot of problems and power struggles. One cannot help but wonder that if they instead had married from families with high lineage or nobility, that they could have avoided all of these problems. But at the same time, dear viewers, we would not have found this hype, these TV series, and these stories.